Hey guys, today we are looking at writing inequalities with variables on both sides. We are going to answer the question, how do I write inequalities with variables on both sides from a word problem? So let's start by reviewing our inequality signs. This one is less than, so it means the number in front is less than the second number. Here are some key words that mean less than: fewer than, smaller than, below, or under. Okay, our next inequality symbol is this one. This is the greater than symbol. Means the number in front is greater than the second number. And some keywords that mean greater than are more than, bigger than, over, and above. Okay, the next one is less than or equal to. It means that the number to the left is equal to or less than the second number. This case, they're equal to. That works since we have that equal to part. And some key words that mean less than or equal to are at most, no more than, maximum, and not greater than. I'm going to highlight at most and no more than because those words are used quite frequently whenever they're talking about the less than or equal to. Okay, and then this symbol is the greater than or equal to symbol. It means the number to the left of the sign is greater than or the same as the number to the right of the sign. Some keywords that mean greater than or equal to are at least, no less than, minimum, or no fewer than. I'm going to highlight at least because that is one that is used quite frequently for the greater than or equal to sign. Okay, so now what we're going to do is write some inequalities for these word problems below. We're not going to solve, we're just going to write the inequality. So the first one says Anthony has more than 10 ties in his closet. More than is the greater than sign. So if I was just going to write this in math symbols, he has more than 10 ties in his closet. All right, number 2, Jessica has spent at least 2 hours on homework. That was one of the words I told you to highlight. At least means greater than or equal to. So she has greater than or equal to spent 2 hours on the homework. Okay, next one, Taylor had fewer than 3 tacos. Fewer than is just another word for less than. So x is less than 3. That symbolically represents that phrase. Okay, and then Derek is allowed a maximum of 4 cookies a day. So maximum, that means that it's not going to be any more than that, so it's going to be less than it, but it could equal it. So it's less than or equal to. So x is less than or equal to 4 could represent it. Okay, those were just easy inequalities. Now we're going to do inequalities with variables on both sides. And I'm going to mark up these word problems like I did yesterday with the equations. So the first one says ATX electrician charges a service call fee of $100 plus $50 per hour labor fee. There is that word per again. Remember, that means multiplication, so it means x. And then CPTX electrician charges $75 per hour labor fee with no service call. So there is that per again, multiplication, so the 75 is going to have the x on it. For what number of hours would it cost less, it's probably going to be the less than symbol, to use ATX electrician than CPTX electrician? So what I like to do is write out the inequality just with words first. I am looking for when it will be less to use ATX than CPTX. And now I'm going to write the math symbols for both of these things with the less than sign in between them. So here's where they talked about ATX electrician. It says that they had a service call fee of $100 plus $50 per hour. So it's 100 plus 50 per hour. That was ATX. I want to know when they are less than CPTX. CPTX was $75 per hour with no fee added, so it was just 75x. And there is our inequality. All right, let's look at number 2. After a flood, the Garcias had 5 inches of rain in their garage that was being pumped out at a rate of 0.75 inch per hour. So they had 5 inches and it's being pumped out, so that is getting taken away, subtracting. 0.75 per hour. There's that word that means multiplication, or the x, so the x is going to go on the 0.75. Okay, then the Peters had 15 inches of rain in their garage being pumped out, so again, taking away, subtracting, at a rate of 2.5 inches per hour. So there's that keyword per. That means that x is going to be with the 2.5. How many hours will it take for the water level of the Peters garage to be equal to or less than the Garcias? So that sounds like the less than or equal to sign. So we are looking for when the Peters is less than or equal to the Garcias. So if you notice, the question asks for the Peters first, but that was the information that was given second. That's why it's important to write out your words like this so you know what information to go look for. So let's start with the Peters. They had 15 inches and they were pumping out 2.5 inches per hour, so minus 2.5x. And we want to know when they are equal to or less than the Garcias. The Garcias had 5 inches of rain and it is being pumped out, so taken away, 0.75 per hour, so x. So there is our inequality. Okay, number 3. Adam has $3,000 and is depositing, so he's adding another $750 each month. There's that word each, means repeating, so there's where my x is going to go. Michaela has $6,000 in her savings account and is making no additional deposits or withdrawals. So she just has $6,000. We're not adding or subtracting anything. How many months will it take for Adam to have more, sounds like greater than Michaela? So we are looking for when Adam has more than Michaela. So let's go and look for Adam's information. It is up here. Adam has $3,000 and is depositing, so he's adding $750 more each week. And we want to know when he will have more than Michaela. Michaela just has the $6,000 and is not adding or subtracting anything. So there's the inequality. Okay, number 4, a professor assigns a 10-page paper to his class. Student A is on page 5 and is writing 1/2 page each hour. So student A is on page 5 and is writing 1/2 page each hour. There's the word that means multiplication. Student B is on page 2 and is writing 1 page each hour. There's the x with that one. How many hours will it take for student B to have the same or more than, so greater than or equal to, student A? So we want to know when student B will have greater than or equal to student A. Okay, this is another instance where they flipped the order of the information that they gave us. They want student B to come first, but they gave us the student B information second. And then student A is coming second in our inequality, but they were first in the word problem. So let's write our inequality for this now. Student B was page 2. They started at page 2, and they're writing an additional 1 page each hour. So that is 1x, or you could just put x. And I want to know when they are more than or equal to student A. Student A is on page 5 and is writing an additional half a page each hour. So there is the inequality for that problem. Okay, our last one is a multiple choice problem, and this can be tricky because of the order, kind of like number 4. So what I suggest for multiple choice is reading it and writing your own inequality and then matching it. So let's look at number 5. It says NYC Bank offers an ATM card to its customers for an annual fee of $25 plus an additional charge of 10 cents per transaction. There's that word per, that's going to be RX. LA Credit Union offers an ATM card for no annual fee with a charge of 30 cents per transaction. So per, it's just going to be 30 cents per transaction, so 0.3x. How many transactions will it take for LA Credit Union to be more than, so greater than, the cost of NYC Bank? So I want to know when the LA Credit Union is more than NYC. Be careful about the order of the information. LA is first in our inequality, but it was second in the word problem. And then NYC was second in the inequality, but it was first in the word problem. Okay, so let's write it. LA Union has no fee, just 30 cents per transaction. So it's going to be 0.3x. And I want to know when they are more than NYC. NYC was a $25 fee plus 10 cents per transaction, so 0.10x. If you notice, they flipped the order of all the inequalities. So what we're going to do is we are going to flip the order of our inequality and then just match it. When we flip the order of the inequality, we also have to flip the sign because we want the alligator to be eating the bigger one, which they told us was LA. So 25 plus 0.10x, I'm going to flip it 0.3x. So I reversed my order and I reversed my sign. And now I'm going to match, and that is B.